What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is your boy COBstarcraft here, coming at you with yet again another game between Monchi and DIMAGA. There's a bit of banter going on between the two. It's going to be yeah, and of course a little GLHF, meaning good luck, have fun, and of course GLHF from DIMAGA. Currently my roommate is laughing at me, and who do we have over here spawning up in the top middle? I want to say it's going to be DIMAGA, followed by, of course, Monchi. Monchi did take the first game, and it was one hell of a game, quite frankly. It was really exciting, and I'm glad I was able to cast this. This map is going to be Terminus, which is a pretty tough map for Zerg, because of course you got these destructible debris, which are going to be located elsewhere, somewhere over here. There they are. I found them. That took long enough. And we are indeed going to see a Overlord headed out to try and get his scout on, but he is going to be sadly mistaken to see that indeed there is going to be no Monchi sitting there. One thing to note, that this is going to be the MLG version, which of course has the supply depot at the bottom of each ramp to avoid any kind of wall off. However, any ramp like this, throw down one force field and you are good to go. So, I hope you guys have been enjoying, I hope you guys have been subscribing, and I hope you guys have been checking out all my other videos, of course, COBstarcraft on YouTube. And, of course, I do have a ton of articles up on the eWAVE website, and so I hope you guys check those out, and I will, of course, post the link down below. You can't actually see, but I am pointing, funny enough. So, we are indeed going to see him opening up with that per usual. He's going to throw down his Cybernetics core here, and of course, there's going to be the gateway kicking out one zealot almost right away. He wants to get that little bit of a wall off. Indeed, the pool is actually going down really early before the fast expand, and there is going to be no gas, which means no early speed. However, most likely it's because he is playing Zerg, and he wants to avoid that kind of pylon placement, which is ever so annoying for Zerg players. However, on a map like this, it is not the most difficult thing in the world to avoid. Indeed, if you notice, he is going to be trying to block off that fast expand, but we do have sixthlings on the way, which will be able to take that out quite handily. And then there, this drone's going to be headed out. Let's try that one more time. There, this drone's going to be headed out. I'm not sure if he's going to realize that there are indeed going to be... Oh, he's trying to micro around. However, the lings are going to be following up by trying to attack, and a little bit of a nuisance down onto Monchi, and of course now lings are going to be able to try and take out this pylon, but it will indeed be cancelled. Not sure if these lings are going to be able to get any information on, and is it going to be taken out? I'm not sure if he's going to get the cancel. He needs to cancel. He does indeed cancel it to get 75 back. There goes down the fast expand, and that is going to be in the optimal position. However, these four lings are going to be trying to do their worst. They're going to be running up into a completely unwalled defense. I'm not sure if Monchi wants to be able to try and take these out, and maybe he'll get a run by, because of course there is no wall here. That is a very large hole, and it's of course very tough to deal with. As far as over here matters, we did indeed have a bit of a scout going down. We're going to see no capping of the gas, although I wouldn't be too surprised to see more Zerg capping of gas, because people are more and more going for that early void ray rush, which of course the capping of the gas is going to be able to avoid that. That's one thing I'll go over in one of my Learning the Ropes videos, which is sure to come very soon. Of course, that was indeed a double overclock to make it 20 out of 26. No supply, no problem. You don't even need supply in this game. Why would you even have it? Now, the long haul across the map at the cross-spawn locations. And, of course, did I mention that there is going to be a third going to be popping extremely soon? A little bit after the second, but really it's going to be just after. It's not even going to count how after it was. And all of these zealots are going to be a little bit gummed up, but these lings will fall very fast to these zealots. However, if you do notice that I'm chewing gum and it tastes delicious. Other than that, if you do notice, these zealots have now started to recharge their shields, and of course they're almost back to full shield, and only this guy, I believe, has lost a tiny bit, but there are a ton of lings coming in for this round, and they are indeed going to get a perfect surround. Monchi needs to be very careful, just try and hack away, and then bit of a BM there, because that was a very nice surround by DIMAGA, and he does indeed say shit, because it was a missed micro and a bit of a misfire, which wasted a lot of his units. If we take a look here, we do have, wow, 2 gates and a Stargate. Don't see that often. I wouldn't be surprised to, of course, see a Void Ray coming out of that. but a lot of Lings are now working their way down this map, and he is going to have one sentry here for the force field, and of course this guy is going to be on hold. I'm not sure if he's going to want to. He's going to be able to maybe hack away. Don't waste that force field. You want to be able to force field it here, and then of course get this Zealot into the action, but Dimaga is trying not to push up and waste his time. I do like this Overlord placement. It's going to allow for the scouting of the second base as well as this. I'm not sure if this third base has been scouted by Monchi yet, and no, it hasn't. There's not even a hint towards it. So Monchi is currently in the dark as to what's going on with Dimaga, and he's going to have a huge economic lead already. If you take a look, he's up by almost 400, which is retarded. As far as anything else, we do see a Roach Warren just going down, rather. Of course, Metabolic Boost is just going down. He does not have as much gas as he really needs, but that's going to be essentially it. And so yeah, that's my roommate, you know, saying things. I don't know. I don't really listen to him. He's Mexican, you see. I'm joking for all you Mexicans that are watching. He's mad now. I hope he doesn't hurt me. Actually, though, I really hope he doesn't hurt me. See, he's about to hurt me. But if we get back to the game here, try not to get distracted. Huge drone up by Dimaga, which is actually going to probably be in his favor, putting him pretty well the lead. And as far as hotkeys go, you can see that he does have these individually hotkeyed as well as the one macro hotkey. Interesting hotkey placement there. And he is now going to scout out this second. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to save this one Ling. He is going to see these workers are transferred a little bit prematurely. I'm not sure why these workers were transferred down here at such an odd time. Maybe it's one of Monchi's weird tactics. Monchi, that's kind of weird. I don't know why you're doing that. But, of course, Monchi got 2 Void Rays coming in. They should be able to maybe do some damage. However, there should be enough Queens over here to do some kind of damage. No, there are going to be barely any Queens on the way out. But we do see 3 Spores on the way. He's going to be able to maybe pick off this hatchery. Not before it does get canceled. Maybe he's going to get the cancel off that Queen. He should be canceling it, quite frankly. Or at very least trying to focus fire down other things, such as the Queen. He needs to try and focus fire down this Queen. He needs to be very careful, but not pull out like this. There, I do like what he is doing. He needs to now focus fire down this one Spore Crawler as well as this Queen. They are going to be able to focus fire down this second Queen. Needs to micro back there, and he's going to be able to focus fire down this third just fine. There are going to be no Ling run-bys, however. Metabolic Boost has just finished. Now, there goes down the third base, and more Spore Crawlers are burrowing up. He does not have any others. He does have one here, actually. I lied. However, he doesn't have any others in here. But I wouldn't be surprised to see Monchi swing back around, maybe try and put some more paint on with this little hidden thing, this little hidden Stargate. That gum started tasting absolutely awful. And Monchi now coming in. He's going to be able to maybe pick off some Overlords, try and do his thing. I'm not sure if Monchi is going to be able to do too much damage. At least pick off this Queen. It will be pretty easily picked off, actually, now that they're almost fully charged. Fully charged in 3, 2, 1. There it is, going to be full charge. And, of course, he needs to be trying to take down this Queen, too. Not taking down this because, of course, he doesn't have units coming up. He needs to now micro back this Void Ray. He needs to save this one Void Rays in. He does lose that one Void Ray, which is a huge loss for Monchi. Now he's going to be swinging into the main base. I'm not sure if it has any spores. It does indeed have one spore, which won't quite be enough to hold off 2. However, there are spores here, and now there are Hydras on the field, almost taking out this second Void Ray. That gum left a really weird aftertaste in my mouth. I don't know why I'm sharing this, but I am going to share it with you because I like to share everything because I love you guys. You guys are all awesome. Links are now running down. There may be a bit of an attack here. Let's try that one more time. There we go. There is going to be actually a fair-sized attack. And these guys are going to be able to maybe pick off a couple of Lings or at least wear them down a little. Monchi does not want to engage those guys directly because, of course, look at the damage they do. 12 damage at 0.83, but of course their health is not that fantastic. We do of course see more roaches coming down the field with, of course, they got a lot of health, and of course they got the armor, and they do 16 damage every 2 seconds. And if you really do it up, Hydras are better in ways, and of course roaches are better in ways. Now they are going to be pushing forward into a wall of force fields. I can only imagine. Huge force fields going down, going to be able to block off most of that army, and of course making a bit of a funnel. And he needs to be very careful of these guys swinging in from behind. Monchi's now warping in many more stalkers to try and deal with it. He is going to be able to handle this pretty easily, especially now that the Colossus is on the field. He needs to try and chase them down, maybe throw down one more force field to block them off. However, these roaches did just have speed finish. Monchi should be pushing out really soon. This Overlord did indeed scout the second, and there is going to be a fourth going down, which is actually a pretty ballsy fourth. I'm not sure if he's going to want to take this fourth. Actually, he may want to cancel on the macro up, because if you take a look, Monchi's actually also behind, interestingly enough. But if you take a look at the income, Monchi's holding in there because of the probe count. If we take a look, they are going to be almost dead even on the probe count. And, of course, attacking units, we are going to give DIMAGA a bit of the head start there. Monchi now pushing out with 2 Colossus, which are getting stuck on a cliff. Figure it out, guys. Come on. And there are going to be 2 Void Rays in this army. I'm not sure who to highlight and follow. That one probe is going to be off to make his macro hatch. Should be trying to take out whatever this thing is. I don't even know. There's going to be the macro pylon, and that's going to be crucial. Now, of course, DIMAGA does see it coming in pretty easily. He should be able to get his forces in here and maybe waste some force fields with these forces, and, of course, force some more force fields over here. Monchi does need to use those force fields very wisely, and he is going to wait to warp in one more round of units. Maybe also wait for this Colossus. No, he's going to wait for this extra round of units. He's now pushing in. Awkward way to push in, although Guardian Shield going up, force fields are going down, terrible placement. However, I'd like to see some more force fields put in the army. Needs to be very careful about these Colossus. There's going to be the third Colossus. He needs to micro this one guy back. Monchi is going to be able to save his life. He is taking out as many of these Corruptors as humanly possible. However, they do take out one of the Colossus, and maybe, no, they're not going to be able to take out the second. Although, yes, they do take out the second, and another one has just joined the pack. More Stalkers are being morphed into the army. I'd like to see a couple more Stalkers as well as a few more Sentries, and he needs to be able to try and take out these Corruptors as well as push forward in and take out this Roach with 1 HP. He doesn't deserve to live quite yet. I'm not sure if we're going to see any more Colossus. No, nothing's in production currently for Monchi, which is a shame. There's going to be a mass production of units. However, there are not going to be quite enough Sentries. I would have liked to see many more, and this one guy's right in the middle. And now, of course, he does have these guys sitting in the back there. 2 Colossus joining the army. He's going to be able to roast away with this Thermal Lance. And I'm not sure if we're going to see a GG. Monchi's pushing forward with no blink finish, so he's just pushing forward manually. He should be trying to take out. There goes down that Corruptor, which was trying to hold off those 2 Colossus. Now, of course, these guys are all going to crumble. He should be able to take out this 4th very easily. And, of course, we only see 7 Roaches on the way, which aren't going to be enough to take out any of this. However, Monchi is going to be able to micro in. If we take a quick look at the APM tab, Monchi's up at 100. Of course, DIMAGA's going to be at 113. And now Monchi's going to be pushing right in, going for the kill. No force fields because he cannot afford it. A force field there would be extremely nice. And, of course, this Thermal Lance is absolutely killing any and all Zerg. There's going to be the GG from DIMAGA. And DIMAGA has left the game as well as a million other people. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys subscribe. And peace!